Okay. What about in terms of antibacterial? You mentioned just now that, when you've got a sting, which honey is better for wounds then?
I think both of them are good for wounds because we didn't do any uh, scientific research to prove that it helps, but
Whenever you
yeah,
got a sting, both of them did the
both
trick.
of them.
Okay. I'd like to sort of, it all sounds so much fun, like, getting honey from bees, but I'm sure there are a lot of challenges from the day to day, apart from getting stung by them. What other challenges do you get? I mean, this winter has been exceptionally cold.
Yeah,
How have you been keeping your bees warm?
we yeah, you are very like you're correct because beekeeping is very depending on the weather, and I mean not just months or days, it's the entire year. It's about like the whole seasons, and if there are too much rain, the honeybees couldn't go out for searching for food. They have this because they can fly under such extreme circumstances, and by then they have to wait until it stops. And um, secondly, the hornet is quite harmful to our honeybees. Is because
They're scary.
what we call the bee hunter, and because they are not seeking for honey, they're seeking for honeybees, the flesh.
How do you keep them away? They're so, ugh.
We use our badminton racket to hit them one by one. It's quite time consuming, but it's effective.
Yeah, okay.
But like we cannot use any chemical stuff to rid them away because they're actually one of the species in living on Earth just like us.
Yeah.
But it do harmful stuff that to our hives because they just kill our whole populations just using like maybe the 5 to 8 of the hunter can rip up the whole population of our hives. Like I'm talking about like 2,000 of them, and just by 5 to 8 of the hunter can rip up the whole thing.
Oh, wow, that sounds like a big challenge.
And then I'll say in the summer we can all spray honey when we're before our harvest because we know that in Hong Kong summer and spring it's got loads of rains. So we got plastic cover over our house, which keeps our honeycombs or the holes like preventing from the rain, which prevent them to die. And in winter it's very cold, so we also got reusable clothes to put it on inside of clothes and then keep them warm.
Yeah, just by chatting with you both, young people, I can feel the joys of beekeeping also. Can we talk a little bit about that? I mean, as challenging as it is, you both have big smiles on your faces. I mean, what sorts of joys does beekeeping bring you? What sort of qualities do you need to have?
During we can talk about it from the beginning while they are just eggs, like laid by the bee queen. We have to observe them. Like it takes 20 days until it mature and comes out for to work, and that is the most interesting thing that.
Wow, just 20 days. For humans, it takes over 20 years. Still waiting. Sorry, go on.
Yeah,
so these 20 days.
That that may be the most interesting thing that I think from like just an egg to a little worm and until it's mature, like got wings to fly out for food and contributing to the hive. That is the most interesting thing that I think.
Yeah.
And I'll say the most funny things in our honey is the time when we harvest our honey out, because the amounts of honey we got in different seasons is different. So it depends on the weather as well. So whenever we got our harvest honey out, the amount of honey that we got throughout the whole process is the most funny things and the most happiness moment we got from as we are bee farmers. And then when we got our products out, and then we can create more and more different kinds of flavors, which we can provide to the citizens to taste what kinds of local honey we got in Hong Kong. So I think the happiest moment is the time when we harvest the honey and then we got our products out to shows that Hong Kong is a suitable place to have a beekeeping.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. That was going to be the next point. A lot of the times we talk about Hong Kong being a concrete jungle. It's polluted and everything. But here we are, local bee farmers, and very successfully made beautiful honey here in Hong Kong. So, is Hong Kong a good place for keeping bees? Is it a suitable place for beekeeping?
Yeah, Hong Kong is definitely a suitable place for beekeeping, but one thing that we have to ensure that, which is we have to search some places that have less effect to the neighbors, because like one hive can have up to 20,000 bees in just one single hive, but during the flowering season we take like maybe up to 40 boxes of hives, so it do affect people. So like we've heard about our neighbors that got stung by bees, and they have complained it, but they do forgive us, because like
Do you give them some honey afterwards?
yeah, we will.
They like sharing.
And that is the thing that you have to ensure that you're not affecting people during your business that entail. And secondly, the flower sources, because like if you have not like if you do not have any trees that are around your bee land, so there's nothing to eat by the bees. So other than that, you have to feed them with something. It would raise up your cost, and maybe it's not good for your bees as well, because like you cannot get any honey or pollen or stuff.
Donald?
And we, the Foamy Honey, we have three kinds of rules before we have our bee farms. One is place, people, and then timings. Timing is that is spring and winter honey, which we got different two types of honey, raw honeys. And then people is based on how many people we live in our country, because if we keep bees in the cities, I think it's not suitable, because we got air pollutions, we got peoples who like noise pollutions. So we like keeping our bees near the mountains, which is I think is quiet place, and we got fresh air. And then for place, like my brother says, is we have to close to the flower source, so we have our constant honey provide to our bees, and then we need to like near to the mountain and near a river, which we can provide unlimited water source, and then we got fresh air blowing from the backyard, so that we will say it's based on these three rules.
Okay, well, excellent. Well, for our listeners who want to support local bees and local honey, if they'd like to find out more about Foamy Honey, have you got a website and also a Facebook page?
Yeah, we do. We do have our website, and just type in Foamy Honey, so you can see our whole bunch of video about our bee farm, and we also organize a bee land tour, so you can bring your families or friends up to our bee land, so you can check out the bees and how we keeping them, or some sort of knowledge about our bees.
Excellent.
And we got a YouTube channel, so with that we can like sharing our videos and how we keep bees, or how we can make our products of our different kinds of taste of honey. So if you are interested, you can go to our YouTube channels, Instagrams, or Facebook.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. We have Morris Chair and also Donald Chair from Foamy Honey. Thank you so much for your time.